Do you feel tense? Do you feel like there's just so much going on in your life? Like you have tried all of the tips on the internet to calm down, enjoy life more, live more in the moment, but none of them really worked. Well, your life might be missing this one thing, a forest. Guys, I know it sounds like so random. Like, I don't know. I guess nobody just tells you to go to the forest, but that's why I'm here. To tell you to go to the forest, go for a walk. Because I, from my own experience, can tell you that regular presence of a forest in your life can change so much and can improve your life so much, and it can have such a huge impact that I wanted to share with you, because it really is the one thing that can change how you live your life. So today we're gonna get through the benefits, why I believe that it's such a great thing, and also I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to easily get your life more in touch with your nearby forest. So grab your favorite tea and let's get into this video, because yeah, it's gonna be fun. So today I did so much talking on the beginning of the video. Like, I usually get straight to the point, but today I talked so much. That's so crazy. Anyways, now let's get to the sorry for your audio. Now let's get to the benefits, because they're actually so amazing. Let's get to the first benefit that I have on this list right here on my iPad, and that is recharging. Guys, forests make you recharge so easily, and I'm not kidding. It is such a healthy place and such a powerful place that can completely change your energy level. I remember today I went to the forest, obviously, like I'm making a video about this. I felt so tired because it's Sunday, but next week is gonna be super hard, and I had to study a lot, and I felt completely drained, and I knew I had to film this video, and I was excited for you. Like, I love talking to you guys, but also it takes quite a lot of energy to find a topic to talk about and script it and everything. And at that moment when I had to do it, I was like, I don't have energy for that. Like, the school literally drained me. And so I was like, hey, let's go to the forest. I walked to my dad, and I was like, hey dad, let's go to the forest. So we went to the forest, and there it just recharged me. Like, right now I have so much energy, and many scientists actually say that too. Like, my grandma told me that it is in some research that because of the amount of green color around you, you actually become calmer. And I feel like when you do something a bit more physical, like walking, it also makes your brain a bit more energized. So that definitely worked, because I'm sitting here with you right now. And if I was in the state before going to the forest, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. So yeah, thank you, Forest. Now, the second one might be actually even a bit more important, and that is that it helps your ears recover. And I'm not like saying something that I've heard somewhere. I was actually making a presentation about hearing and hearing aid to physics at school, and I actually read online. It was some research or something it was from a company that was making these devices that help old people hear better. And it said that if you want your hearing to last long, you should go to like these places that are hearing wellness, and those are forests or parks, or just generally places in nature, because in city there's like so much noise. Like, when I was going through that research, they showed me how loud a car is. And you don't notice that when you're outside in the street, because it feels natural. But actually, if you were in a quiet room like this and you played music on the same on the same volume, it would actually feel super loud. And in the forest there aren't these sounds, and it is quiet. There are natural sounds, so your ears get to readjust again to the normal surroundings, and actually can reduce the impact of the loudness of the city. Also, The third benefit is that you can comfortably walk or do whatever you want there without headphones. I'm not advising you to walk with headphones around the city. I personally don't do that because it is kind of dangerous. But I know many people do that. And I found myself like putting my earphones inside my ears sometimes when I was stressed and the noise of the city was not helping, so I put those earphones in, and well, it made me feel better. But and maybe people have this problem that they can't walk without earphones in the city because it's just so loud. But in the forest, there's no problem with it being loud because forest is not loud, you know. It is quite quiet, and therefore you can just walk there without your earphones in your ears, which is quite a nice feeling because I don't know about you, but I usually find myself getting overwhelmed with, you know, podcasts and music. Like I have this challenge coming up that I will share with you probably here on this channel, so subscribe if you want to see it. And I find myself so overwhelmed with podcasts and music, and you don't have to play these things when you're in the forest because, well, you don't have to plug in your earphones to feel good. Now, fourth, sorry, is that it's just a free therapy. Like when you're in the forest, as I said, it recharges you, but it also, to me, feels like walks in the forest just solve everything. Whenever I had like problem that was really bothering me and I didn't know how to deal with that, the emergency for me is that I go to the forest. You know, I just get out and I take a walk and try to sort things out in my head. I sometimes talk to myself. Maybe if I have a speech coming up, I practice the speech. Like in the forest, I really go deep inside my mind and I take the time to solve stuff. And I can tell you that it really works. Like every time I felt like there was something wrong, that I felt bad, I felt really emotional, I needed to come up with a creative thing, maybe a video or something for school. Every time I would go to the forest and things would sort out, I would get an idea, or I would at least find a solution, you know. And the best part is that, you know, you can even do this with a friend. I oftentimes call my cousins and we go on a walk to a forest because we both live nearby, so it makes it super easy and super fun. And we just, you know, share our problems together, try to find solutions to them. And in both cases, doesn't matter if you go alone or with somebody that you like, it can have a really great impact on your well-being and, you know, how many problems you have to solve. And now the fifth benefit, and this is actually something so obvious that I believe we don't really realize how important it is, and it just gives us the safe space. And look, I know that this sounds like, for me, safe space is not my home. Like that is 100% not true. I find my home super safe. I'm so happy to like live where I live with people who I live with. But forest is different because it is somewhere else. It's somewhere you go to, so you don't spend a lot of time there, and also it lives its own life. You know, it's not like your home where you have such a great influence on it, but forest lives how it wants to live, and that's what I find so magical about it and so healing, actually, because whatever happened in your life, in the world, you know, the news sometimes can be so outraging, and so like it can be a lot. You know, what's happening right now in the world, it's just a lot, and it affects our lives in a lot of ways, and that can be hard. But every time I come to the forest, I see that the forest doesn't care. It just lives its own life, you know? The trees are still there, and it doesn't matter if I'm rich or I'm poor, or if I will be able to get to this university or not. The forest doesn't care. It's like stars. It's just growing there. The animals are still there. It's just living its own life, and it gives you perspective on how insignificant your problems are and how you shouldn't really give it such a huge weight. So now that we've talked about all of the benefits, like I wanted this video to be 5-minute one. I feel like it won't be. I don't have the editing time, so I hope that you're happy to be here with me and that you can appreciate how much time I spent here with putting this together. So please go and give it a thumbs up if you like it. I would really appreciate that. And now let's get to how to add your forest contact into your daily routine. So my first point is, do you run? You know, and like doesn't matter if you want to run outdoors or indoors, like just go running into forest. If you're training for a race, it'll prepare you much better than, for example, running on a treadmill. I stand by that because it just gives you the world, you know? Like you won't learn how to step on the rocks and uneven surface on a treadmill. Like you will not learn that. You will not learn how to, you know, just deal with the world when you're running. Like if you are training for some race, just go running into a forest or at least outside. I didn't want to look like such a big gym hater, but well, when it comes to running, I don't really get why somebody runs on a treadmill. Like when it's the only thing they do in the gym. Whatever. Number 2, make a time for a walk. If you're not running, maybe set out 20 minutes in your day, you know, after school or work, go to the forest, or it can be 1 hour. That's up to you. But the magic happens when you go there regularly. So maybe set out a specific time when you go to the forest. That could help. And number 3, and this is probably the best one, and that is to just find someone that you will go with. For me, those are my cousins or my dad, and it's the most fun thing and actually also the most healing thing, because walking is just the best way to talk. I believe in that because yeah, it's so much easier. I don't know, I hate sitting somewhere while talking. Like I love to walk while just having a conversation with somebody. So maybe you should try that too. As I said, it's so much fun and it also solves so many things. So try that out. Guys, I need to hear your answers now. Do you have a forest nearby? Because some of my friends say that they don't have forest nearby, but it's kind of hard to believe that. Look in the Maps app and tell me if your forest is closer to your house than 10 kilometers. Also, how often do you go to the nature now? Like, I'm so curious to hear that. Text it in the comment. And after that, you can watch the video that you can see right here somewhere on the screen. It was made just for you, and it was also picked just for you. So go check it out, because I'm sure you will love it. So see you there.